Standing in front of us is Edith Kaldor, and she is the maker of this C'est du Chinois.
Yes.
And next to him is Aaron Wan. He's one of the actors in this play. Ask you first, Edith, could you say something about what is the play about? I mean, what's the story?
It's two different questions. What the play is about and what the story is, it's two different questions.
Start with the story.
Story is just the story of a family who, like many of us, try to survive by inventing some sort of identity for themselves, some business, some way of making a living.
And
in this case, it happens to be giving Mandarin lessons or making a DVD with Mandarin lessons.
And how did you came with up this idea?
The idea of the performance I had for a long time. It had nothing to do with China when I first came up with the idea. It's basically it's just my own history. I'm Hungarian, but I left Hungary when I was a child, and I lived in many different countries. So I spent most of my life in situations where I didn't really speak the language. So I could understand some, but not everything, and I think that's a really interesting perspective. A very good. It sharpens your perception, and you watch it differently. And I wanted to give the audience this experience. So I had this idea of making a performance where the audience has to learn the language in order to understand the content. And first I wanted to do it with Hungarian, but Hungarian has a very complicated grammar, so always words change. There's a lot of conjugation, and then Hungarian is also quite irrelevant to learn. So very quickly I came to Mandarin because it's simple grammar, and comprehension is okay to learn because tones are hard to do, but you can kind of avoid that. And it's relevant. So.
Okay, asking one of the players, Aaron, how was it to play in this? Well, how to say it? A teaching play, maybe.
Teaching play.
Conceptual contemporary theatre performance.
Art. I enjoy it very much. You have to, especially, Edith you named a few times. You want film acting on stage, and I really like that because I really sometimes go to theater and I think people are making too much artificial sounds or emotions, and I really enjoyed to have this process to do like less is more, just focus on what needs to be done in my role. And this small acting or almost non-acting, just making contact with audience and just focus on what you do, that's really, yeah, I really like this style, and it's nice to do this.
And how was it to play with in the group? Because there's a father, a mother, you have a wife, and a little brother. How is the cooperation?
How's the
cooperation?
Marriage.
How's the marriage? Yeah. Well, it's in the beginning it's harmonious, like in Chinese culture, harmony, and then suddenly the mother says my wife is hippie, and then that she's not working, and that the father-in-law is not working, and then the real things come out. And of course, in Chinese culture, it's strange to break the harmony. So it's reflecting some reality, right, in Chinese or in families in general, but also in Chinese culture, the harmony thing. And then under the water, many things appears. And also during a show, during a teaching, during a live performance where we try to do our performance and get a working permit. in Holland, that this happens in life situation. So yeah, I think it's a nice situation, this flow or this story.
Oh, very well played. One last question, because Edith just said, well, I think her Hungarian is very difficult, complicated grammar. Chinese will be easier. So could you say something to our audience in Chinese?
我很高兴.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
谢谢，不用谢。
那是，那是，